Alright. Or higher, probably, right? Fuck it, just record it. Who cares?
I just wanna make these music lovers remember again, while the haters fall back like September again. I was hoping 3 stacks and Big would assemble again, drop the politics and bring us together again. Maybe if I go platinum they'll remember me then. Maybe if I go platinum they'll remember me then. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm not defined by the sales of my first week, cause in my mind the only way I fail if my verse weak. As I look in the crowd I see thousands of different faces, compiled of different races, gathering from different places. I just contemplate, shout out to those who can relate. And even though it gets hard, I know my fate, with my train of thought racing like a runaway freight, living life to the fullest until I hit up them gates. It's like I'ma get up today, I don't know how, but I'ma find a way. Looking for the sun in a world of gray, feeling like my dream is a world away. I'ma get up today, I don't know how, but I'ma find a way. Searching for the sun in a world of gray, feeling like my dream is a world away. What it feel like, I used to wonder what it feel like. Yeah. Used to wonder what it, I used to wonder what it feel like. But now I know, achieved the goal, I ran the race, I won the goal. I used to wonder what it feel like. But now I know, achieved the goal, I ran the race, I won the goal. I used to wonder what it feel like. But now I know, achieved the goal, I ran the race, I won the goal. I used to wonder what it feel like. But now I know, achieved the goal, I ran the race, I won the goal. I used to wonder what it feel like.
Dive right in. I feel it. You want it done.
I was like, you guys know the first ride I did since like Amie's last back from Vegas for the last 10 days.
Oh, so
I'm sitting here sitting like, this sucks. Did you
have
I was like, why am I upstairs? Oh, right.
I don't even want to put this bra into my face. I know, I was just thinking that.
Oh, just
It's so gross.
Maybe put it.
I'm really just gonna say. I have a little pocket in front. So nasty.
I'll probably just come down after I help her in some food.
Okay.
Is the first test?
Oh, yeah, did you do that now?
Yeah.
And yours are coming out.
Okay. Now you have to go pick up my car.
Yeah, do your thing. How many boys you can
Wait, what time does the second part start at?
Probably in the afternoon, like
Yeah,
around.
hardly just make a birthday themed
Okay,
boxing
yeah.
playlist.
Yeah.
I could do like Say Ah, that works.
What?
Trey songs, but it's not like hype for
Oh,
boxing.
I love Say
It works for spin, it doesn't work for boxing. People don't get hype for Say Ah.
I'm literally, it's like,
Maybe,
I don't know what you're saying.
just trying to say words.
I didn't even know Trey songs, but
Trey songs. He's got a birthday.
they did it that way for me. Yeah. Not a day after Jess.
I give one. I feel like I'm more into listening to see
Me too.
who,
Me too.
you know what I mean?
And voice too, like listening to different things.
Uh-huh. Which I never like noticed or paid
No.
attention to in the last year.
For sure.
But, okay. Me and Amie are the same group.
I'm excited.
We share brains.
Yeah.
So what I can do though, is I can be here for 8.
Yeah, let's be here for 8 so we can
And
tidy
then
up.
we'll clean up and get everything ready.
Like just at least sweep it down there and like make
Does
it
that
look
work for you?
decent. Yeah, maybe I'll bring a lamp.
Okay.
Some things. It's not like
Okay, but then we gotta go. Day 1! Oh!
It was just like full on audition. I was so scared. And like she said, she was like, just go home and like clap to the beat of the music. So I was like in bed listening to like Work Bitch by Britney Spears. I was like, you want a hot body? You want a Maserati? And I was like trying to clap to like understand to get it. Like it took me a long time. I'm not a musical person. Like
Paul Brad is not our brother.
What?
I guess that's right. Sunny's brother is Paul Brad.
Oh, yeah.
What we're gonna do is go over the tracks so that you can see them in action. You're gonna break up into groups, and then one person in your group is going to practice that. You guys are gonna help them during that practice. So we're gonna move bikes around, help that person practice, and then we're all gonna come together, and then we'll have 4 times that song. Or those 2 songs, so they'll be like the opposite, not like one or the other. So you saw one yesterday. We're gonna do one today, and then we're gonna break and do that. How does this sound? You guys like ready to get on mic? Yeah. So, it's over.
Okay. I'm still cleaning bikes.
Oh, you're all set right here.
The keyers.
That's the cleaners. They're ready. I was not expecting it. I was like,
Still cleaning myself. It's glamorous work.
cleaners.
So pick one song.
Yeah.
Okay.
For your group of 4. And one person.
Only one person goes. The rest of us just practice together. Got it.
Okay?
Cool. Okay.
And cheer them on. Yeah. And cheer them on. Like you're helping motivate them to feel comfortable to go up and teach.
This is a strong group. Yeah. I expect big things out of this.
I feel like I'm at a wedding and you're just like, videotaping me. Do I say do the right things? I don't know. Okay.
Don't get my vibe, don't get my waves, don't get my vibe, don't get my waves, don't get my vibe. She got me loving in the morning, got me singing in the pouring rain, got me wrapped around a finger. I'm perfect in the palm of your hand. Message couldn't be much clearer, like a metaphor, make believe.
Good nerves. I got some good nerves happening right now. Anyone else feeling it? Pressure's on. My name's Kelly. If we have not met, welcome to the community. We're gonna ride, we're gonna dance. If you're in my class, we're gonna fucking sing. Because that's how we do it. Who's fucking ready?
Something about you turns me to a savage.
That's a wrap. How are you guys feeling? Day 2. Woo! We got one more day. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be in the basement again because there's classes all morning. We're going to really dive into the inspiration, the motivation, the feels. We're going to talk about the weight track, and then we'll come back up and we're going to ride the rest of the songs. Okay? So, fuel up. Take a bath, have a hot shower, whatever you need. Make sure you bring lots of food, because this is what we're going to do. This is all over again tomorrow. And there's no warm-up tracks. Like, I'm rolling big. So we got intervals. We got a lot of intervals tomorrow. We got the summit, we got these races. So make sure you bring lots of food to snack on throughout the day. Lots of water. Change your clothes if you want. We don't really have time to change, so just like be in your sweat. That's cool too. Go have a great night, guys. See ya in the morning.
Good job, you.
I'm still stretching.
Saved by the bell, huh?
The flow is going a lot better this time around, I think.
I remember ours was like super, it went on long.
Oh, we did. It was like the fucking never-ending story. But every time we've done a teacher training, it's been the dynamic. It gets better and better, but the dynamic of the group is always different.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. It's like sociology.
But I love Friday nights.
Me too.
Love Friday nights.
Is it a bigger group than we've ever had?
It's the biggest?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one comes 6.
Well, ours was 12. The last one we did was 11, and this one's 16. So it's a much bigger group.
But like finding that connection on Friday night, sets the tone.
Yeah.
It does. And I find that that's the most important.
I agree. I think the tools and the things and the languages, but like your why statement and why you're here, why you're doing it, is the most important part.
Because you have to ask yourself that before you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And being able to like answer that question. Be vulnerable.
Well, because I tell them that everyone's journey is different.
Yeah.
So.
But Amie and I both, after we left here, were on the same page that the last 2 times we did it, we didn't notice as many things as we did this time. Like, people being open to be vulnerable, people talking about their story, their voice when they're actually talking in a group setting. Yeah. All those things translate onto bike and like, right? That's awesome. Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes we like also made assumptions that like I thought from last night was going to be quiet on the bike. And not a lot of quiet people on the bike, but it also could be because our sound system's so damn good this time.
Yeah.
Although I feel like, I'm sorry, I keep farting.
Okay, we're gonna keep going. Let's go up. Let's get away from Amy's part.
You're walking into it actually. If you want any help with it, see, I did not help here again do this.
I used a parlor. I need to like probably do dishes down there later.
Action. Okay, tell me about your experience doing the training. In one word, how would you explain it?
One word.
Just one word if you had to.
Influential, I think.
That's a good one.
What about you? What's one word that we can describe?
I would say inspirational. Because it inspired me to get out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, for sure.
Not laughing. Anyways, let's just talk about it.
Let's just stop back. Okay, so when did we do training?
We did training in January of this year.
Yes.
We didn't know each other prior to that.
We had to set each other. We had to pick a partner and set each other up on a bike. The first thing we did when we were like actually learning how to do stuff on the bike, and we were together, and she was just like super animated, like, oh, you should have got to do this.
I don't think I was your partner.
Yes, you were my partner.
Oh.
And then I was like, I'm there in my head.
Yeah.
But here we are. 8 months later.
Yeah.
We look at the community when it's become, none of us knew each other a year ago.
Yeah.
And it's bizarre to think that like this experience brings people together. Now you kind of see where everyone started and where they come to, and you just want to root each other on as best as you possibly can. And it's not, like, there's no
sense of competition. Exactly. We always just encourage each other to level up.
That instant gratification doesn't come from this. Like, the riders take a while to form a liking to you, and to give advice to anyone, I would say be patient in your development. Don't just expect to get out there and kill it at the first time. Take a moment to be vulnerable and be happy with being naive about it too, because like you think you know what's happening, but ultimately it is going to be completely different 8 months down the road, a year down the road, 2 years down the road, and you just need to take it with a grain of salt and take the feedback as not a personal jab. It's always for your
coming
own,
from
a place of love.
Yes, a place of love. And what does Kelly always say? Do not compare your first step to someone's 100.
Yeah.
Or just don't compare yourself to anyone. You're all on your own path. And you'll find your groove, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Love your hair, hope you win.
Yeah, up overhead in 3, 2, 1.
Well, actually, they're pretty bad. They're roasting me.
We're gonna deal with it.
It's your light here.
Look at what else is down there.
It says the same music.
I think so, like the title changed, but the charts exactly the same.
Oh.
Here we go. We're gonna hold it out here.
Somebody call
Yeah.
And I'm from one, info, one.
Another reason why we're having a meeting on Tuesday.
It's all about the fun. The first thing I should do this. Oh, it's in there. My lunch carrot. Hot water. And coffee.
Okay. So now we're going into the emotional themes. This is like where the magic actually happens, where the connections that you guys feel in a spin class happen. It's all intentional, always. So when you're planning that playlist, you want to make sure that you're doing great songs, you want to have that texture, but you also want to have a purpose behind all of the songs that you put on that playlist. You don't just throw a song in there because you love that song. You can save that song for a playlist that it works in. So a song can always work, just make sure it works in that playlist.
So that's like even in my class today, like the lights didn't work. And that's like the first time the hues haven't worked. Can you imagine how doing a boxing class without hue lights? How much of that fucking, well, you're fine. Okay, whatever, Alex. Lights on, let's do this. But Kelly was like, okay, we're gonna light candles and like do this. And like when you get into a routine, you teach over and over and over and over again, like the slightest little thing will be like, and so like not having lights on for me when I was teaching, instead of being like, oh, like getting into my own head, which is like the first thing that happens, is like, and being like, oh fuck, I'm gonna totally screw this up and like have it be a downward spiral. I'm like, I'm gonna use this as a theme because I also know that 2 people in this class are finishing up their 50 classes today. And I was like, and at the end I was like, did every workout that you come to feel like $1 million? And like one of our guys who's been coming a long time, Jamie, was like, no! And yelled it out. I was like, see, I was like, that's exactly what it's like. I was like, not every class is like, for me, that one did not feel like $1 million. Like that felt like a shit show from Mars. But like, you just like have to lean into it. And that's what I was feeling, but you put it in the perspective of somebody else in the storytelling from somebody else's eyes. And so that way they can connect with you versus just me being like, today was a shit show, guys. The lights aren't off. I don't know what I'm doing, and I really in my head. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not like people are like, oh, fuck this class. Like, there's a difference between like vulnerability and like finding your own piece of vulnerability, but through the eyes of others. Like, that's really what it is. And so we're all very different, but more alike, and we experience like the same emotions. So we're all going through something different, but the things that we feel are the same. Does that make sense?
weaker I am, you doubt or bother reading into it. I probably won't, left to my own devices, but that's the difference in our opinions. You're a mouthful, that amounts for another week on my own. Now I'm a novel, made resourceful. I start a chain with my thought. Talk is cheap, my darling, when you're feeling right at home. I wanna make you move with confidence. I wanna be with you alone. So help me help you start it. You're too comfortable to know. Throwing out those words, no, you gotta feel it on your own.
But that's what it's about, being on that podium, being on that stage, is that you get to be your truest self. And finding that voice takes time, takes work, but know that like this is like the first step right here to like cutting through the bullshit. Because you know that when you see an instructor up there, you're like, oh, this is just bullshit, right? Like, but when you can be yourself and you can say that thing, like I promise you, like you're all like who your truest self and who your strongest self. For me, like I know what that looks like. I know that story in my head. And if I keep telling that story in my head, it's like, oh, I can't do this, or like, oh, I'm not good enough, or like, oh, I'm gonna fuck it up. Like that's what's gonna happen. But if I can go into a situation in front of a room, in front of people, and be like, fuck yes, I got this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like no one's gonna say otherwise, right? So you're gonna have that much better an experience yourself when you can find your voice and you can be who you wanna be. And like that's who we wanna see on that bike in front of everybody. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Feel it on your own.
Off those hands. So even when you're slow, you're fine.
Yeah.
I'm very long. Very long. So that like it becomes more in your core. It's like you're running on top of it. You know, I got up and I know just what I need to. You can count on me, you know I'm guaranteed to please you. Ready? No, but you gotta at least be able to ride it. Okay, go guys. We're all ready. Now I'm gonna watch you. Let's do this. Ready?
She knows I love me, yes indeed. Boy, you don't know what you're doing to me. To the food, oh rude. To the food, woo. To the food, oh rude. To the food, oh rude. To the food, oh rude. She knows how to love me, how to love me. She knows how to love me, yes indeed. How to love me, how to love me.
He know I gon' love him, yeah, I know just what he needs, yeah. He can count on me, you know I'm guaranteed to please, yeah. Nature is so naughty, yeah, I'll make him feel at ease, yeah. He could be my king, yeah, I could be his queen, yeah. Don't care about the money, cause I know he handle business. Seeing them together made the whole world kinda jealous. He got me excited, they could say we overzealous. They could never be us, it's just you and me. I know how to make you feel like a king. I know how to be your everything. I love how you do, I know how to ride. I know I'm the one you're thinking about. I know I'm the one you can't do without. I know who to call when I'm in a drought. I know.
She knows how to love me, how to love me. She knows how to love me, yes indeed.
What we're gonna do is, it'll take us a little bit, but we'll send you guys some more feedback, and then we'll get back to you with like next steps, like overall what we're doing. But congratulations! Sweaty? Is it like what you expected it would be?
I thought it was gonna be really awkward.
Yeah.
And it was a little at first.
That's fair.
I genuinely didn't think that I would have like
I was like, well, I'll do it because it'll be a fun way to like work out for fucking 2 days. I do not have what it takes to be a spin instructor, but this will be fun and I'll meet cool people. And then by the end of the first day, I was like, I will do whatever it takes to get there. And today was like that last push where I'm like, all right, this is what I want to pursue, and I'm very grateful that you guys set this up.
Aw.
Ditto.
Yeah. You just gave me goosebumps.
Thanks.
I feel like Kelly and I, like I'm speaking on behalf of Kelly, we learned something about like ourselves and like just about the process every time we do something like this. And like when we set it up, like I was in a place in my life where I didn't feel particularly good about myself. I don't know, did you feel that way?
I was super broken.
Oh my fuck. Like
You don't even remember how broken it was?
Yeah, it was crazy. And then we're like, okay, well now we're gonna have to get up in front of all these people and like tell them things and pretend like we know what we're talking about. Because it didn't feel like we knew what we were talking about. But like as we put together this like the training, we're like, holy shit, we know like way more than we thought we did. And we're like, we can like and we got to put in what our hearts felt more than just like what was in a textbook or what we thought was in a textbook.
And what we felt was missing from what we had done.
Yeah, in our journey. And so I feel like it was a value to you guys no matter where you end up going, whether you like go to a studio, whether you don't go to a studio, whether you like travel to a different city and decide to teach there, or whatever it may be,
or you just want to become a better rider.
Yeah, like I really hope that this weekend was valuable to you. Beyond for me, after becoming a spin instructor, it made my life so much better in ways that I didn't know it would impact. Get up in front of people and be who you are and like nail it, because you will, because you just proved to yourself that you could. Like we wouldn't have, like we gave you hard feedback. Like even just the thought of me getting up on that bike and playing this joke to him was like, I'm gonna give you feedback. I was like, oh fuck. Like this wasn't easy. Like this was not easy and you guys slayed it.
Thank you, you guys.
We're so proud of everything.
And now go ahead. Stop talking.
In the heat of the summer, you know that you should be my boy. Oh yes, you know. In the heat of the summer, you're so different from the rest.